Well, everybody, we're back again. Hello, Al. This is Larry. Larry and Al Search for Truth. And our last podcast, we got kind of heavy into the political climate of the day. So we're going to lighten it up a little bit. And before we went on screen, Mr. Steele and I were talking. Al, you were talking about the brackets and the NCAA, which is really a major hyping event for sports enthusiasts. So I know you're a sports enthusiast. So tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the brackets and who you're looking at and who you might be picking to go all the way.
Well, the East bracket is a monster, man. It's got all the heavyweights in there,
Uh-huh.
and whoever comes out of that one is going to be primed. Okay, but I think the teams that I've been watching, especially for playing the championships, Iowa State, Illinois, UConn, Marquette. I mean, it's just they're all playing quality basketball. San Diego State from last year, Florida Atlantic, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. Was it North Carolina State? I mean, they're playing tough basketball. Houston, okay, because it's going to be a grind.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a grind. It's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be this.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
No, I was just going to say, how do they, what goes into picking top seeds and what goes into it's always a big mystery until they unveil it. But what goes
they have a matrix.
Yeah.
And it's about what teams have you played that are in the mix. Okay, have you played UConn? Have you played North Carolina? Have you played Kansas? Those kind of teams. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of playing Cupcake City, you're playing tournament quality teams.
Strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you have to always win them, but you're playing them. Okay.
Right.
If you win a couple of them, that's fine. But it gives you strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But what about those teams? It seems like every tournament, every March Madness, there are these surprise, what I consider smaller schools, unknowns, unnamed, that come in and beat these giants. So what's that about? How does that happen? What?
Because those schools play tough schedules. See what they're doing is just like football. Okay, you're playing from game one. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All the way down the line, you're playing quality people. You can't play Cupcake City no more. You got what I'm saying? So those small schools are playing the big guys. They may not win them all, but they compete. They're highly competitive. You got what I'm saying?
And then when they get in the tournament, they know how to play with these guys. Just they're not. They don't feel like they're out of their league.
Yeah. And they have confidence.
Yeah.
They got confidence. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So their record may not be as good, but they might be
20. They might be 23-11 or something like that. 27. But they have a tough schedule, and then they fare well in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Or either they win the tournament. You got what I'm saying? So
right.
It's about it's competing today. No more Cupcake City.
Yeah. I mean, it's they're ready to buckle down and stuff. Now there was some teams. I can't remember their names now, but I was reading earlier that didn't get invited, and now they're choosing not to go to the NIT. So why? What makes a team necessary? What goes into a team being eliminated that may feel like they should be there, but they didn't get in?
Okay. The schedule. That's the
Okay.
reason why.
Gotcha
Okay,
that.
that, and then the teams that didn't have winning schedules, winning seasons, won the championship. You got what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
won the league championship.
Hmm.
So that throws everything off.
I was going to say, how much do those championship games weigh in on
Okay, Larry,
let in?
did you listen to what I just said, Larry?
Yeah.
The teams that had losing seasons won the championship, so
Right.
that takes a bid from one of those teams
Uh
that
huh.
was left out.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Okay, that's the
Right.
matrix.
Right.
So
I got you.
so usually they only have one, but this year they had three.
Yeah.
So those teams that were on the bubble who didn't have a strong basketball schedule got left out.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, because because that lower team won the bid by winning the championship, the league championship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so you always have the league winner. Okay,
Right.
then usually the league winner is the league champion when they play the championship thing. Is usually wins the championship. Okay,
Right.
okay. So when you have a league winner and a different person from the championship, and it's like uh, I think Arizona won in the Pac-12. Arizona won the league, but they got knocked out in the championship.
Uh huh.
Okay, so Oregon got the bid.
So Oregon got him. Arizona's in two, right? But
Yeah,
Oregon got
Arizona's in too, but Oregon got the other bid. So
if Oregon
anybody that was on the bubble in the Pac-12 got knocked off.
if Oregon hadn't won it, they wouldn't have got anything.
No, they wouldn't have got in.
That got them a ticket, right?
Yeah, they won the championship.
Right.
They
So
won the
that
championship.
so that's there's a lot of weighing on that aspect of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if Arizona would have won, Arizona won the league and won the championship, okay, that means that more leeway for the bubble guys to get in. You got what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Okay, because one team is covering both places. You got me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Very good. Very good. Well, we also were talking about the women's side, and you had some thoughts on the
Oh
women's.
man, I want to see Iowa win because Caitlin Clark she's a bona fide.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen many women play basketball in my 80 years, but she is tough.
Mm-hmm.
She comes across at half court and bam, man, she hits that 3-pointer. But she's a good leader and she leads her team well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's going to be South Carolina, uh, uh, Notre Dame, LSU, Nebraska, Ohio State, uh, Creighton. This is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
The women's side is going to be tough too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have to do some. They're going to have to play some ball.
Yeah.
They're going to have
Yeah.
to play some ball.
So there's been some, a lot of talk during the season for the women's basketball and Caitlin Clark, and there's been some controversy about her being the best ever or whatever. So what's your thoughts on that aspect of it? The fact that she's been kind of scrutinized a little bit.
Oh, she's an excellent scorer, but she's not the best ever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What she did was she's taking the game just like Stephen Curry is
Yeah.
taking the game at another level. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but she's a good basketball player. I think one of the best basketball players I ever saw was Cheryl Miller. Okay,
I remember her from USC, right?
USC.
Yeah.
She was tough. Cheryl Swoops, the girls that played at Tennessee. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and then the girls that played at Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the girl that's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of her name. But
Oh, she's one of the, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's a Clayton Clark is the latest addition, but she is not. I wouldn't say that she's the best ever. Okay,
Really?
I'd say that in the last 4 years she's good. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but she's not the she. There's too many other ladies out there that were good. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Now
there's ladies.
she's entering the draft for
Yeah.
the WNBA. And there's been talk that her coming in is going to help that league grow and maybe expand.
Oh man, she's got a
So,
following, man. I mean, they fill up they put 15,000 people in the field house.
uh-huh.
Think about that for women's sports.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Iowa,
Yeah.
everywhere she go, they fill the stands up
Yeah.
because she's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's good. She's a wholesome, good basketball player. She's
Mm-hmm.
gritty. She's tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's exciting. So, do you have a recollection of some of the best teams historically in these tournaments? Some highlights, some memories of some of
Well,
the
I remember back in
tournaments.
the day, USF when I used to listen to it on the radio. Bill Russell,
Yeah.
USF.
Right.
Jerry, the guy from Ohio State, Jerry, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Oscar Robinson,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Uh,
Right.
yeah, UTEP back in the day when they beat Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man, of course, UCLA.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Some of the greats from there, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay.
Who was the
But,
greatest to ever come out of UCLA?
huh?
Who was the greatest to ever come out of UCLA?
Bill Walton and Abdul Jabbar.
Lou Alcindor at the time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of guys came out, but they had during a period of time they had infiltrated the NBA with kids from UCLA.
Yeah.
Okay, because they play good basketball, but like any sport, it progresses like it is today. Today they play basketball in a entirely different way today than they did back in the old days. It's
How's that?
it's individual. It's more individualized as well as a team sport. But guys have more physical strength. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, they can do stuff that they couldn't do before. All
Would
right.
you would you say that's the same for football? That the athletic
Football,
prowess is
uh,
more today than it was back in the days?
yeah, oh yeah, football and baseball. Every generation
Yeah.
increases the ability to do the sport. Okay, no matter what sport it
But there was
is.
that time talking about baseball, there was that time when you had many greats, big names, Willie Mays, Henry Aaron, Roberto Clemente, like you said, Frank
Yeah.
Robbins, Mickey Mantle. I mean, these are all names that are legendary, and they played all pretty much around the same time, a little before, a little after. But
Right.
would you say that there are the same today, the same kind of names like those historically?
Well, they are, but there's more of them. Okay, you got what I'm saying?
More of them today?
There's more of them today that can compete at that high level.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because of training, because of new techniques, the way you approach the game.
Right.
Okay, okay. The game is quick. Okay, you
Yeah.
have to be quicker. All right.
Right, right, and I think that's probably applicable to all sports. I mean, we talk
Right,
football,
right,
but I mean,
right.
how about Olympic sports? Same thing, right? I mean, records
Well,
are con-
Olympic sports, you still, each generation, you improve a little bit, But in terms of the Olympic sports, it's more the competition. Okay, it's not the records or things like that. They will come, but it's competing in that event for your country. That's the Olympics. That's where I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that's the difference than doing it professionally. You see what I'm saying?
And do you think today's athlete, the Olympic athlete, the playing for their country is as important today as it was in the past?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's still a lot of pride in that.
Well, I mean, think about this. If you had a chance to be in the Olympic team, how would you feel?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, tell about your dad. Your dad's experience as an Olympian and his representing America at that time in history.
At that time, you want to hear the truth?
Of course, that's what we're talking about, the search for truth.
All right. Well, my dad won a gold medal in 1948 Olympics, jumped 20 feet, 25 feet, 8 inches. And what he told me when I was a little boy, I did that for my country, and I can't even buy a cup of coffee.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay. And that was at that time. See, today, the Olympic, they can monetize the Olympic ability. Back in those days, you were pure amateur. You got what I'm saying?
There's no endorsements and no
No endorsement.
sponsors and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
No, not even training.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but my dad was, he played in the old Negro League for 1 year, and the Rams were gonna sign him up. He was a 5 tool guy. That's who he was. Baseball. He played basketball, football, and he ran track. And he was good in all of them.
Yeah.
And he's in the Hall of Fame at San Jose State. He went there his freshman year. He's in the Hall of Fame football and track at San Jose State. Then he got drafted into the World War II.
When he came back, and then he also served in the Korean War,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
but did he ever pursue athletics again once he returned?
No.
And was there a reason for that, or
He had a family, man.
yeah,
He had a family.
right?
Okay. The NFL wasn't like it is today.
No.
Okay. And he had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I had to go to work.
Right.
Like you had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't coach. I didn't do coaching because I had a family to take care of. I couldn't go out there and do and coach football like I wanted to. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'd have been real selfish if I did that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I had people that were depending on me to make money to put a roof over their head and food. Okay. And when they're little bitties, all they want is they're in seventh heaven. All they want is ice cream and cake.
Right.
All they want is ice cream and chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care where it came from. All they want is ice cream and chocolate cake. That's all.
As long as they get it. Yeah. Right.
They don't care. Okay.
Right. Right. That's the truth. What you speak there. Like I say,
it is.
we talk and we, but ultimately, I would think we're trying to aim towards the truth and speak the truth.
Well, let me ask you this question, Larry. You've seen a lot of guys. We've seen them both that will go to coaching and put their family at risk.
Well, that's one of the reasons I gave it up. High school coaching. I was coaching. That's really what I wanted to do. But I realized that, I'm spending time. It dawned on me one day. I mean, I can almost remember the day that I was out there coaching these young guys in football, and it dawned on me is my own kids. I should be coaching them, and so that was it. I hung it up right after that season, and I spent many years coaching my own kids because that was what I
Well,
what I,
well,
I
I've been blessed. I had a chance to coach all four of my children,
yeah,
and not because I wanted to. It's because they wanted me to coach.
right.
I didn't take a team to be the team to be the dad, the helicopter dad. No. And when the girl said, "Dad, I want you to coach my softball team," I said, "Okay," but they
Hmm.
all asked me to do that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
uh,
Well, that's what it should be. But we like you say, we like to chat about sports and stuff, and sports are important. And the idea of being part of a team, uh, responsibility to your other teammates, and to the coach. And I'm talking particularly about youth sports and the importance of teaching that. I have my grandkids playing sports, and trying to get them to, my grandson is talking about, well, I don't want to play, he's playing soccer. I don't want to play defense. I want to go up and score goals and stuff. And I'm saying, well, the coach is putting you where he wants you to be,
yeah.
and you help the team out. Well, I don't want, I said, but that's part of being a team. And the coach, he sees that's where he wants you. That's where you play, and you give it your all, and you play your best right there. So, and he's 9 years old. It's a learning thing. But I've always felt like
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think he has that attitude?
I don't know.
He watches TV.
Could be.
And the strikers are the one that gets the glory, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
Well, that's why I'm telling them your skills is to defend, and you're a good defender, and you have a good body to defend, and that's your strength. So play to your strength. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I know they see it, they want to emulate it, if you will. But I think that I always remember talking with friends of mine whose kids were playing sports, and they all kind of thought at one point that maybe their kid was going to go to the NFL or whatever. And I would just say, just let them enjoy it. Let them be part of a team. Let them grow from it, because the experience is going to teach them. It's going to transfer to other parts of their life. To when they go to work, and when they have relationships and they have families, there's a commitment there and a responsibility, and that's what you want to be able to teach them. And that's what's good about sports, I think.
Okay, but you remember all the little league guys who were the stud little league guys in the little league, right?
Right.
And by the time they got to high school, guess what happened?
They were
They didn't
gone.
go no more,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they went to studs no more.
Right. People caught up with them.
Yeah, yeah, people grow. But
Right.
think about sports and education.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a parallel between the two?
Oh, absolutely. Right.
Okay, the thing that I think the parallel is that everybody has to be on the same page, work
Hmm.
going in the same direction.
Right.
Okay, just like you do on sports.
Hmm.
Okay, we would not have been successful doing what we did, graduating 775 students with the Casey from 2000 to 2015
Hmm.
if you and I weren't on the same page with our educational philosophy and educational curriculum.
Well, I think
Okay?
that was the glue that kept us together. That was the glue that made us successful at what we did, because we did have that similar philosophy.
Right,
And right, and we worked together hand in glove in accomplishing that.
right,
And
right,
again, we've talked in some of the other podcasts about coaching, the good coaches, the ones that are just maybe mediocre, the ones that aren't really good and stuff, and what makes them different, and how do they do that. But I think it's that idea of getting everybody on the same page, everybody willing to sacrifice, and like the old saying, there's no I in the word team. So that's what you try and transfer, or get your players.
You remember what I used to tell you, Larry? When we was in the classroom, what did I used to tell you, Larry? That if we had 30 kids in the classroom, we had 60 eyes watching us.
Right. Right.
Okay, and what they watched was our consistency. You remember?
Right.
We were always on the same page. If they
Yeah.
came, if they asked you a question, they got the same answer if they asked me the question.
Right. Right.
You see, we didn't go back and forth.
Right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
that was a natural relationship. I mean, that's just who we were, or who we are, if you will. And that's, we didn't even really need to plan that. It just is the way it worked. And yeah,
Well, yeah, and he cut out all that other stuff. See,
yeah,
the one thing I told you about doing what I did was I didn't have an ego.
yeah,
Okay, and this is the reason why when all the 10 times they tried to fire me, they couldn't get me because I wasn't involved in egocentric kind of things.
right,
Okay,
right,
I was
right,
doing the job.
right,
Okay, if I had an ego, I would have been up there battling them and getting a lawyer and all that kind of stuff.
right,
That's what they wanted, but that's
right.
not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's, we, that has come up time and time again about the ego. And it is funny, as you were saying that, I was thinking it, and really that was the difference sometimes. And we try to always put the students first. Yeah, there was always a matter of control and structure that you had to have and maintain. But the, like you say, we've talked about the freedoms that we gave them to try to, pursue a particular path that they wanted to go on, and we gave them that opportunity, and that's where the success, and like you said, the numbers of students that graduated with their high school diplomas was always pretty phenomenal when you consider the kinds of situations that students came to us with, as far as credit deficiency, a lack in academic skills to get to KC, where we could build them up to that and get them to accomplish that. And it's something that I think we should be proud of, and we are, I know. But it was a good working relationship that we had, in a good way. We saw the students and together, and how we structured our classroom that way. So
Yeah, because if you take away the discipline and keep the activities going, then you're gonna be okay. But if you
mhm.
spend your time doing discipline, you don't educate.
Right,
Okay, you don't
right,
you don't educate.
right, and that was
Okay,
all part of it. So.
yeah.
Well, anyway, it was a good talk. I think we got Al's picks and in the tournaments, and some good insight on sports, which I enjoyed very much. And so we're going to wrap up podcast number 17 here. And it was a
Let me
pleasure.
ask you a question, Larry.
Sure thing.
You coming up for the birthday party, right?
I am coming for the birthday.
Okay. Bring your computer with you
I
so
will.
we can. So if people want to, you think you want to do a podcast? You think we
If
can
you
do it?
if you do, I do.
Okay, you think we can do it?
Well,
'Cause I don't know. I don't know. Elijah might be busy.
Well, we got to find out. But if he's there and he can do it, help us do it, then and that's what you'd like to do, and have your friends and loved ones there to watch it take place, I'd be more than happy to be part of that.
Okay, then we'll see.
All right.
Uh, okay, we'll just do the best we can. If
Always.
because Elijah's man, he's humping. He's busy right now,
I
so
know.
I'm happy for him.
Right. And we
Okay,
appreciate
then.
them. So
Oh
anyway,
yeah,
until next time, I love you, brother. Take care.
love you
Peace
too.
out.
You take care.
You
Hey,
bet.
peace out. Okay,
Peace
I got you.
right back at you.
uh
Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.